Hello and welcome to Whispers of Earth, where wonder meets the night, and science gently guides us through the vast mysteries of existence. Tonight, we embark on a tranquil journey toward one of the most thought-provoking and mysterious questions we face, not just as curious minds, but as human beings contemplating our place beneath the stars. It's a question that has fascinated us all. What is guiding us, and what is the true nature of our connection to the cosmos? Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered what's out there? For centuries, humanity has gazed at the night sky, searching for answers to the most profound questions about existence. Are we alone in the universe? Sixes. Is there intelligent life beyond Earth? Sixes. These are questions that have haunted us for generations, fueling our imagination and our sense of wonder. But in 2025, something extraordinary happened that might finally provide an answer. Fives. Something that could change everything we thought we knew about the universe. An object from deep space, named 3I Atlas, entered our solar system. At first, it appeared like just another comet, a wanderer in the vastness of space. But as scientists observed it, something seemed off. Fives, its speed, its trajectory, its behavior all suggested that this object was not simply a random visitor. The more they studied it, the more they realized that 3I Atlas might be something far more significant than a natural space rock. It was moving with an intent, a purpose that no comet or asteroid had ever displayed before. What if 3I Atlas was not just a piece of cosmic debris, but a message? Fives. A signal sent from an intelligent civilization light years away, trying to make contact with us? Sixes. This idea might seem too far-fetched at first, but let's entertain the possibility. If 3I Atlas is indeed a message from an advanced civilization, what does that mean for us? Sixes. What are they trying to tell us, and why now? Sixes. As 3I Atlas passed through our solar system, it traveled with an incredibly precise trajectory. This wasn't random. Fives. It was too calculated. The way it approached Venus, Mars, and Jupiter seemed almost like a preordained path, leading scientists to ask, fours. Was this an attempt to get our attention? Sixes. The possibility that this object is not just a probe, but a deliberate message sent by an advanced civilization is tantalizing. Imagine the implications. Fives. An alien race, reaching out to humanity in the quietest way imaginable, without us even knowing it at first. What kind of message could they be sending? This scenario opens up a multitude of possibilities, not just about 3I Atlas, but about our future. If an advanced civilization is trying to communicate with us, what would that mean for humanity? Sixes, how would we respond to this first real contact with beings from another world? Sixes, and what could we learn from this message? As the mystery surrounding 3I Atlas continues to unfold, we find ourselves contemplating the nature of the object itself. If 3I Atlas is truly a message, what could it contain? Sixes. Is it simply a piece of technology meant to communicate with us? Or is there something deeper? Fives. Something that could change the very fabric of our understanding of the universe. Sixes. EI Atlas, in its silent passage through our solar system, is unlike anything we've encountered before. While it behaves similarly to a comet, its trajectory and speed raise important questions. It isn't behaving like any random object in space. Its path was meticulously calculated, and the precision with which it moved suggests intentionality. But why send a probe so distant from Earth? Sixes. Why now, when humanity is reaching new heights in space exploration? Sixes. Could this probe be more than just a tool for observation? Could it be a message wrapped in a vehicle of unknown design, waiting for us to unlock its secrets? The idea that 3i Atlas is a message from an advanced civilization opens up intriguing possibilities. What if the object contains data encoded in a way that only a species capable of interstellar travel could understand? Sixes. Could it carry scientific principles far beyond our current comprehension? Fives. Principles that could push humanity into a new age of discovery. Sixes. Imagine the knowledge it might contain. Fours. Breakthroughs in energy, space travel, or even biological understanding. The technology behind it could be so advanced that it would be like handing a caveman a smartphone. Fives. An object so beyond their experience that its true potential remains hidden until they learn to understand it. But there's also the possibility that the probe holds something much more profound than raw technology. What if it's a message? 5S. One not just encoded in data, but in the very form of the probe itself. Sixes. Could the shape, structure, and behavior of 3i Atlas be a form of communication, signaling not just the presence of an alien civilization, but an invitation to engage? Six. The way the probe entered our solar system, the way it moved with such precision, suggests that its creators were aware of us. They might have even known that we were watching, waiting for the moment when we were ready to receive their message. And perhaps the message is not just for scientists or governments, but for all of humanity. If 3i Atlas is truly an offering from an alien race, could it be an invitation to join a larger community of life in the cosmos? Imagine the possibilities. Fours. What if the message inside the probe is an invitation to learn, to collaborate, and to explore the universe together? Sixes. The idea that an advanced civilization might be reaching out to us, offering knowledge and wisdom, is as exhilarating as it is humbling. It suggests that we are not alone in the universe, and that there is much more to our existence than we ever imagined. The question remains. Fours. What is the message? Sixes. What do we, as humanity, need to understand and learn from this cosmic visitor? Sixes. The answers may not come easily, and deciphering them will take time. But the very fact that 3i Atlas exists suggests that the universe is much more mysterious and interconnected than we ever believed. This is just the beginning. As we continue to unravel the mystery of 3I Atlas, the trajectory of this interstellar object becomes one of the most fascinating aspects of its potential message. Its path through our solar system is not random, nor is it merely the result of cosmic forces. Every move it makes, every planet it passes, seems deliberate. And with such precision, the question becomes, what was its creator's purpose in sending 3I Atlas on this exact course? 3I Atlas entered our solar system from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, traveling at a speed that is far greater than any comet or asteroid we've encountered before. It's a speed that hints at some form of propulsion or technology we can't yet comprehend. But it isn't just the speed that stands out. Fours. It's the way this object has moved through our solar system. It passes by Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, 3 key planets, and does so in a way that seems far too calculated to be a simple, random encounter. The odds of this occurring by chance are incredibly low. Fives, around 0. This isn't just an object passing through. This is a journey with a purpose. This purposeful path raises several important questions. Fours. Is 3I Atlas observing something specific in our solar system? 6. Could it be that the creators of the probe were interested in studying the planets, their environments, and the possibility of life beyond Earth? X's. The proximity to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter is noteworthy. Venus, with its extreme atmosphere, could offer insight into planetary evolution and climate dynamics. Mars, with its signs of ancient water and potential for microbial life, might be of particular interest to an advanced civilization looking to understand the conditions that can support life. And Jupiter, with its massive size and complex system of moons, could provide valuable information about the formation of gas giants and the nature of planetary systems. The more we think about the intentionality behind 3I Atlas's path, the more it becomes clear that this is no ordinary object. Could it be that the creators of this probe sent it on this precise trajectory to gather data about our solar system, about Earth, and about humanity itself? If this is the case, then the object isn't just a passive observer. Fours. It's an active participant in the study of our world. This could be the beginning of something much larger. Fives. An ongoing mission to learn about us, to understand how life on Earth develops, and possibly even to gauge our readiness for contact. And what if the probe's path isn't just about science and observation? Oxes. What if it's an invitation? Fives. A sign that the creators of 3I Atlas want to make contact with us. The precision of its journey, its close encounters with our planets, suggests that it is aware of us, that it knows we are here, watching and waiting. Perhaps it's a signal. 5S. A message that they are ready for us to engage, but only when we are ready to receive them. Could the path of 3I Atlas be a cosmic test, measuring how we respond to this discovery? 6. The more we learn about the probe's journey, the clearer it becomes that it's not just a solitary visitor from another star system. It is part of something much larger. A plan, a mission, a message. Whether this message is one of discovery, invitation, or something else, it is clear that 3i Atlas is leading us into a new chapter of human history, and the journey it has taken to get here. 5's so calculated, so precise, may be just the beginning of our cosmic connection. As 3i Atlas continues to make its way through our solar system, the most pressing question humanity faces is 4's. What is the message? 6's. If this interstellar object is indeed a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, it could be the most significant communication we have ever received. But what is it trying to convey? 6. Is it simply an observation, a gathering of data? Or is it something more? A signal, an invitation, a warning. Decoding this message, if there is one, could reshape everything we know about life, intelligence, and our place in the cosmos. One possibility is that the probe is carrying a direct message encoded in its design or data. It could be transmitting signals, encrypted patterns, or mathematical sequences. 5's languages of science and logic that transcend human languages. If alien civilizations are aware of us, they may have designed this probe to communicate using universal principles, such as mathematics or physics. Mathematics, after all, is often considered a universal language that transcends cultural and biological differences. If the creators of 3i Atlas are sending us such a message, it could be a way of reaching out across the vast distances of space and time, providing us with knowledge that we can understand and use. Another possibility is that the probe is a kind of cosmic introduction. A gesture, however subtle, indicating that we are being watched. The precise trajectory of 3i Atlas could be more than just an observational path. It could be the first step in a larger effort to gauge our readiness for contact. Perhaps the probe is not just transmitting data, but is actively studying us, observing our technological development, social structure, and our capacity to handle the knowledge of extraterrestrial life. If this is the case, the message might be more about us than it is about them. 5's an assessment of humanity, waiting for the right moment when we are ready to interact with beings from beyond our world. But what does this message mean for us as a species? The idea of receiving communication from an alien civilization is awe-inspiring and terrifying in equal measure. How would we respond to such a message? If the creators of 3i Atlas are waiting for us to acknowledge their presence, will we be ready to take that first step? The discovery of this probe, if it is indeed a message, could change the trajectory of humanity forever. It would force us to confront our place in the universe, our limitations, and our potential. However, we must also consider the possibility that 3i Atlas isn't just about communication. 5's. It could be a warning. The idea of an alien civilization sending a probe to observe us could imply that they are monitoring our progress and determining whether we pose a threat to them or to the larger universe. If this is the case, the message could be more cautious in nature. Perhaps the probe is assessing whether we are capable of joining a galactic community, or whether we are still too primitive or dangerous to interact with other advanced civilizations. In either case, the implications are immense. The idea that 3I Atlas is a message sent from an alien civilization offers humanity an unprecedented opportunity to learn, to grow, and to understand our place in a much larger cosmic context. Whether it's a message of invitation, observation, or caution, we must be ready to receive it, to understand it, and to respond thoughtfully. If 3I Atlas is indeed a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, the technology it carries could be unlike anything humanity has ever encountered. The idea that such an object could travel across interstellar distances, survive the harsh conditions of space, and arrive at our solar system with such precision suggests a level of technological sophistication far beyond our own. But what kind of technology might be embedded within 3I Atlas, and how could it change our understanding of the universe? First, let's consider the most obvious implication: fours. The technology of interstellar travel. The very fact that 3I Atlas was able to traverse the vast distance between star systems and enter our solar system with such precision speaks to an advanced understanding of space travel. It's highly unlikely that any technology we currently possess could achieve such a feat. The distances between stars are immense, and traveling at such high speeds requires the kind of propulsion systems we haven't even begun to develop. Yet 3 Atlas moved through space with incredible speed, passing planets and celestial bodies in a way that suggests an energy source far more advanced than anything available on Earth. The propulsion technology behind 3I Atlas could have implications far beyond just space travel. Imagine what we could learn if we were able to understand how such propulsion works. Could we develop new forms of energy, perhaps ones that don't rely on combustion or other earthbound energy sources? Fixes. Could this technology enable us to harness the power of the stars, opening up new possibilities for energy production and sustainability on Earth? The potential for such breakthroughs is staggering, and the opportunity to access this knowledge could revolutionize the way we think about energy. But it's not just propulsion that could be revealed in 3I Atlas's design. If this probe is a piece of technology built by an alien civilization, it could contain advancements in materials science, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing. 5. Fields where we are just beginning to scratch the surface. The materials used to construct 3I Atlas might be beyond anything we can currently produce, with properties that allow it to withstand the harsh conditions of space travel. Could these materials be the key to creating stronger, lighter, and more durable technologies? If so, this discovery could lead to advancements in everything from construction to transportation. Moreover, If 3i Atlas contains artificial intelligence or autonomous systems, this could offer a glimpse into how alien civilizations use and develop AI. Our understanding of AI has been rapidly advancing in recent years, but we're still far from creating systems that match the complexity and adaptability of human intelligence. Could the technology in 3i Atlas help us leap forward, allowing us to develop more sophisticated AI systems? These systems could have applications across numerous fields, from medicine to space exploration, and could help solve problems that are currently beyond our ability to address. Finally, we must consider the possibility that 3i Atlas carries knowledge not just of technology, but of science and mathematics. 5 universal languages that could allow us to communicate with alien civilizations. The patterns, formulas, or equations encoded within the probe could unlock new understandings of physics, mathematics, and the fundamental nature of the universe itself. The potential to learn from an advanced civilization could reshape the way we view the cosmos and our place within it. The technology embedded within 3i Atlas represents a wealth of knowledge that humanity could use to transform its future. However, the responsibility that comes with this knowledge is enormous. We must ensure that we use these advancements wisely for the betterment of all people and the preservation of our planet. The discovery of alien technology would be the greatest challenge and opportunity humanity has ever faced. As we examine the possibility that 3i Atlas is more than just a scientific instrument or a probe, we are forced to consider a much more exciting prospect. 4s. That it is a cosmic invitation. 5s. A call for first contact. If 3i Atlas was intentionally sent by an advanced alien civilization, it may not be just about observing humanity. It may be an effort to initiate a dialogue, to open the door for communication between civilizations. This possibility raises the question: what would it mean for humanity if we were to receive a message not just from another planet, but from a society millions of years ahead of us in knowledge and technology? 6s. First contact with an alien civilization would be the most significant event in human history. It would change everything. 5s. From our worldview to our understanding of life itself. The moment we confirm that 3i Atlas is a message from an alien race, the world would be united by a single, overwhelming truth. 4s. We are not alone in the universe. That realization alone would be enough to alter the course of human history. But the true weight of this discovery would come in the aftermath, when we begin to comprehend the full implications of what it means to engage with another intelligent species. If 3i Atlas is an invitation, it could be an offer to join a galactic community. Imagine a universe where intelligent civilizations work together, sharing knowledge and advancing together in a collective effort to understand the cosmos. We could learn from these civilizations, not just technologically, but culturally and philosophically. The invitation could be an offer to collaborate on solving universal problems. 5s. Such as space exploration, energy production, or even the preservation of life itself. Joining a galactic community would give humanity access to a wealth of knowledge, perhaps even offering the tools to solve the most pressing issues we face on Earth, such as climate change, disease, and resource scarcity. But the invitation also carries a deep responsibility. First contact with an advanced civilization would force us to reevaluate our own societal structures. How do we engage with such a civilization? 6 is, how do we ensure that we are ready to interact responsibly with a species that might have a far deeper understanding of ethics, technology, and the universe? 6 is, if 3i Atlas is indeed an invitation, we must be prepared to represent humanity as a whole, not as divided nations, but as one species looking to make its mark on the cosmos. There is also the possibility that this invitation is not just about technology and knowledge, but about something more profound. 5s. About sharing wisdom and values. An advanced civilization might have encountered the same challenges we face now. 5s. Environmental collapse, resource scarcity, or even self-destruction. They might be offering us a way to avoid the pitfalls they fell into, sharing lessons learned over millennia. This is where the message behind 3i Atlas becomes more than just about practical knowledge. 5s. It becomes a guide, a mentor for our future. The ability to learn from civilizations that have navigated the vastness of time could offer us a path forward that avoids the mistakes of our past. However, the invitation also brings challenges. Are we ready for the responsibility that comes with it? 6 is, are we prepared to act as stewards of this knowledge, or will we misuse it for power and control? The history of humanity is marked by conflict and the desire for dominance. If 3i Atlas is truly a message from another civilization, the invitation is not just a gift. 5s. It's a challenge. It calls us to rise above our petty divisions, to prove that we are ready to join a larger cosmic community. The question remains, 4s. Are we prepared to accept this invitation? 6s. The future of humanity may depend on our response. How we choose to approach first contact, how we respond to 3i Atlas, will set the course for the next chapter of human history. Will we rise to the occasion and embrace the opportunity, or will we falter under the weight of our own fears and uncertainties? The discovery of 3i Atlas and the realization that it may be a probe from an advanced alien civilization brings with it an immense responsibility. As we entertain the idea of first contact, it's vital to recognize that the knowledge we might gain is not just a scientific breakthrough. 5s. It is a privilege, and it comes with the weight of tremendous ethical and moral obligations. How we manage this newfound knowledge will determine not only the future of humanity, but our ability to coexist with other civilizations in the cosmos. The first responsibility is understanding the power of the technology that may be embedded within 3i Atlas. If the probe contains advanced technologies, 5s, whether for energy production, space travel, or biological understanding, 5s, we must handle them with care. We've seen throughout human history how powerful technologies, when misused, can lead to destruction. From the splitting of the atom to the invention of nuclear weapons, humanity has often wielded new knowledge without fully understanding its consequences. If 3i Atlas presents us with technology far beyond our current capabilities, we must approach it with caution. These discoveries could revolutionize industries, solve global crises, or enable humanity to explore the stars, but they could also be misused for harm. The potential for misuse isn't just limited to technology, force. It extends to the knowledge itself. The advanced civilizations that may have sent 3i Atlas could have faced their own challenges, perhaps similar to ours, such as environmental collapse, resource depletion, or social unrest. The lessons they've learned, if shared with us, could offer invaluable guidance on how to avoid their mistakes. But how we use that wisdom will be up to us. Will we heed their advice, or will we ignore it in pursuit of power or selfish gain? The knowledge of how to avert destruction could be in our hands, but it will be our responsibility to use it wisely. There's also the question of how we communicate this knowledge to the public. If the message from 3i Atlas is indeed an invitation to join a galactic community, how do we prepare humanity for such a monumental shift in worldview? 6 is, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could trigger fear, confusion, and panic among people who aren't ready for such a revelation. Governments and leaders will need to handle this information carefully, ensuring transparency while also addressing the fears and uncertainties that might arise. It's essential that we prepare people for the psychological and social implications of knowing we are not alone in the universe. Our response to this discovery will shape how we move forward as a species, either uniting us in awe and curiosity, or dividing us in fear and mistrust. The responsibility also extends to how we treat the alien civilization behind 3i Atlas. If they are reaching out to us, offering knowledge and understanding, we must reciprocate with respect and wisdom. How we approach this potential relationship will set the tone for future interactions, whether they be peaceful collaboration or conflict. The history of humanity is marred by mistrust and violence between cultures, but we have the opportunity to rise above these patterns and make the choice to engage with other civilizations with open minds and hearts. The responsibility lies in our hands to ensure that we do not repeat the mistakes of the past. Ultimately, the knowledge that comes with first contact will be a gift, but also a test. It will test our ability to handle power, to act responsibly, and to evolve as a species. How we manage this responsibility will determine our future, not just on Earth, but across the stars. We have the opportunity to prove that humanity can rise to the challenge and use the knowledge of alien civilizations for the greater good. The discovery of 3i Atlas, if it is indeed a message or probe from an advanced alien civilization, will undoubtedly alter the course of human history. As we look toward the potential of first contact, one of the most profound challenges will be how we, as a species, prepare for this new reality. The implications of such an encounter go far beyond just scientific breakthroughs or technological advances. First contact will redefine every aspect of human society, from our political structures to our cultural values, and even our sense of identity in the universe. One immediate concern will be how to handle the flow of information. As with any groundbreaking discovery, the way in which we manage and distribute knowledge will have profound consequences. We can't underestimate the power of this revelation. Fours. It could alter the very fabric of our society. While it may be tempting for nations or corporations to hoard the information for themselves, such an approach would only serve to divide humanity further. If 3i Atlas is a message, it's likely intended for all of us, not just a select few. To truly move forward as a united species, we must ensure that this knowledge is shared transparently and equitably, with the understanding that the entire world will be affected. What's more, humanity's emotional and psychological readiness for first contact cannot be ignored. Imagine the shock and awe that would come with the confirmation that we are not alone, that an intelligent alien civilization is aware of us and has been watching us for who knows how long. This revelation could evoke a wide range of emotions, from excitement and curiosity to fear and existential dread. As we look toward first contact, we must prepare people, fives, not just scientists, but everyone, fives, for the psychological impacts of such a profound discovery. How will societies handle the uncertainty, and how will we support each other as we grapple with the reality of our place in the cosmos? In addition to emotional readiness, our social and cultural systems will also need to adapt. Humanity's understanding of religion, philosophy, and identity has long been rooted in the belief that we are the pinnacle of creation. First contact will challenge this worldview and force us to reconsider our understanding of life, consciousness, and the nature of existence. Different religious and philosophical groups may struggle to reconcile their beliefs with the reality of extraterrestrial life. This could lead to moments of cultural and ideological conflict, but also moments of profound growth as humanity seeks to redefine itself in a broader, universal context. The economic and political consequences of first contact will be equally transformative. The potential for access to alien technologies could create a new space race, with nations competing for control of this newfound knowledge. At the same time, these technologies could be the key to solving some of humanity's most pressing challenges. Fives. Energy crises, environmental degradation, and the potential for space exploration. How will governments manage the integration of this knowledge into society? X's. Will we work together for the common good, or will geopolitical tensions drive us apart? 6. Equally important is the question of how we engage with the civilization behind 3i Atlas. If they have been watching us, and if they are ready to communicate, how do we ensure that our first interaction is one of peace, cooperation, and mutual respect? Will we be prepared to act as a unified global entity, or will we fall into our old patterns of conflict and division? Our response to first contact will be critical. 5. Not just in terms of how we interact with alien civilizations, but in how we present ourselves as a species. As we prepare for the future, we must acknowledge that first contact will not be an event but a process. It will unfold over time, and we must be ready to adapt to the changes it brings. The key to success will be our ability to cooperate, to learn, and to grow as a species. This is our opportunity to prove that humanity can handle the vast responsibility that comes with interacting with the cosmos. If 3i Atlas truly represents a message or probe from an alien civilization, it will herald a new era of exploration. 5s. Not just of our solar system, but of the universe itself. The potential discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence and the technology contained within the probe would unlock possibilities previously confined to science fiction. But the road ahead will not be an easy one. It will require unprecedented collaboration, particularly between space agencies and governments around the world, as well as across scientific disciplines. The complexities of understanding alien technology and preparing humanity for what comes next demand collective action. For space agencies such as NASA, ESA, European Space Agency, and other global organizations, this discovery would be an overwhelming responsibility. These organizations are already at the forefront of space exploration, but the implications of first contact would require them to adapt quickly, scaling up their efforts and resources to handle this new challenge. First and foremost, space agencies would need to work together to study 3i Atlas. The data embedded in this object, whether in the form of advanced technology or encoded messages, would require expertise from a wide array of fields. 5. Astrophysics, engineering, linguistics, artificial intelligence, and biology, to name just a few. The technology contained within 3i Atlas might be so advanced that current scientific paradigms would no longer suffice. The traditional methods used in space exploration and technology development may need to be radically rethought. For instance, understanding the propulsion systems that allow a probe like 3i Atlas to travel across interstellar distances would require new models of energy and physics. The methods by which the probe has maintained its integrity during its long journey through space could hold clues to materials and technologies that might be essential for humanity's future in space. The question remains: how can space agencies collaborate to make sense of this technology? This is, how do we prevent knowledge from being hoarded or used irresponsibly? 6. The political ramifications of alien contact could be far-reaching, and it's crucial that global space agencies form a united front. This is not a challenge that any one nation can tackle alone. It's a challenge that will require cooperation on a global scale, with open channels of communication and a shared commitment to peace and mutual discovery. However, global cooperation doesn't just stop at the scientific community. 5. It must extend to the public as well. First contact will be a defining moment for humanity, and how we respond will shape the future of our species. Space agencies, governments, and world leaders must prepare people for this moment, offering transparency and ensuring that the public is included in this unprecedented time of exploration. We can't afford to have humanity divided by misinformation or fear. The task ahead will require clear communication, a shared vision, and a sense of responsibility. Moreover, this era of exploration could offer humanity new opportunities for cooperation beyond Earth. As nations join forces in the quest for knowledge and the exploration of alien technology, we could set a precedent for collaboration that extends beyond our planet. The lessons we learn from this discovery could shape not just our future in space, but the way we address global challenges on Earth. How we handle this moment could define our legacy. Fives, not just as a species, but as members of the larger cosmic community. In the coming years, space agencies will play a crucial role in guiding humanity through this new reality. They will not only be tasked with decoding the information within 3I Atlas, but also with setting the tone for humanity's first steps into a broader cosmic community. How we respond to this message. Fives. Whether with fear or curiosity, with division or unity. Five will determine what kind of future we create. The potential confirmation that 3I Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization will undoubtedly have profound effects on society. The ripple effects of this discovery will extend far beyond the scientific community, touching every aspect of human life. How we choose to react to such a monumental revelation will shape the future of civilization. The immediate reaction might be a mixture of awe, excitement, and fear. But as the reality of our new place in the universe sets in, we will be faced with even deeper questions. Fours. How will our cultures, religions, economies, and political systems adapt to this discovery? How will society change when the knowledge that we are not alone in the universe is no longer speculation but undeniable fact? 6. One of the most immediate impacts will be on our worldview. For centuries, humanity has considered itself the most intelligent and evolved species on Earth. The idea that there could be other intelligent life forms in the universe challenges this assumption. Many cultures have believed that humanity is unique or even divinely chosen, and the revelation of extraterrestrial intelligence could force a reevaluation of these beliefs. For some, this could lead to a spiritual or existential crisis, while for others, it could open up new avenues of thought, inspiring a broader understanding of life, the universe, and our role within it. The discovery could also spark a significant cultural shift. If we accept that 3I Atlas is a message, an invitation from an alien civilization, we may find that the way we view ourselves and each other changes. With the knowledge that we are not alone in the universe, humanity could begin to recognize its shared existence, not just with other humans, but with intelligent life beyond Earth. This realization could foster unity across the globe, encouraging collaboration on a scale never seen before. National borders, political differences, and ideological divides may seem insignificant in the face of this new, cosmic reality. Humanity could finally see itself as one interconnected species, facing a future of unprecedented possibilities. On the other hand, there is a risk that the discovery could lead to division. The realization that alien life exists could provoke fear, distrust, and even hostility, particularly if we're not ready to face the implications. We have seen how societies react to the unknown. Fives. Whether it's the fear of the other or the anxiety of losing control over a situation, some might view alien contact as a threat to human supremacy, while others might see it as an opportunity for growth and discovery. In either case, we would need to address these fears and anxieties head-on, ensuring that we respond to this discovery with wisdom and unity rather than panic and isolation. The social and psychological impacts of first contact will also have far-reaching consequences. As humans, we tend to view ourselves as separate from the rest of the universe, often forgetting that we are part of a much larger cosmic ecosystem. The realization that we are not alone in the universe could force us to confront our own identity, our place in the cosmos, and the nature of life itself. It could prompt a collective awakening, a reevaluation of our priorities and goals as a species. Will we continue to focus on our differences, or will we use this discovery as a stepping stone to a more unified and peaceful world? Economically, the discovery of alien intelligence could also disrupt markets. The potential for new technologies, resources, and opportunities for collaboration with alien civilizations could drive dramatic shifts in global economies. New industries could emerge, particularly in the fields of energy, space exploration, and technology. Countries and corporations may race to harness these technologies, but the competition could also foster international cooperation as the world realizes the importance of working together for the greater good. In the end, how humanity chooses to react to this discovery will shape the future of our civilization. The knowledge that we are not alone in the universe, if confirmed, will challenge everything we know and force us to redefine what it means to be human. The path we take in the wake of this discovery will determine whether we rise to meet the challenges of a larger universe or fall into division and conflict. The confirmation that 3I Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization would fundamentally alter how humanity sees itself. For centuries, we have regarded Earth as a unique oasis in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Our place in the universe has been defined by the belief that we are the only intelligent life forms on our planet, and possibly in the entire universe. But the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would shatter this self-centric view, forcing humanity to rethink its role in a much larger, more interconnected universe. This cultural transformation would be profound. For the first time, humanity would have to confront the idea that we are not the center of existence. The concept of humankind as the pinnacle of intelligent life would be challenged, and with it, many of the cultural, religious, and philosophical frameworks that have shaped our worldviews for centuries. The discovery that other intelligent beings exist. 5. Beings with their own cultures, technologies, and histories would make it impossible for us to continue thinking of ourselves as the sole focus of the cosmos. Instead, we would have to adjust to the reality that we are one species among many, each with its own unique perspective on existence. This realization could spark an existential shift in the human consciousness. No longer would we be confined to thinking about life in terms of our own planet and species. We would begin to think on a cosmic scale, considering the possibility of a universe filled with diverse forms of life and intelligence. This shift would likely prompt deeper questions about the nature of consciousness, existence, and what it means to be alive. If there are other civilizations out there, how do we define intelligence? This is what makes us unique as humans, and what might we share with these extraterrestrial beings? These questions would likely occupy the minds of philosophers, scientists, and citizens alike as we begin to process our newfound reality. While this shift in perspective may be daunting for some, it also holds immense potential. The discovery of alien life offers an opportunity for humanity to break free from its old limitations and expand its understanding of existence. No longer would we be bound by the narrow scope of our earthly concerns. The realization that we are part of a broader cosmic community could inspire a sense of unity among humanity, as we come to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as part of an interconnected network of life in the universe. This cosmic awareness could also foster a deeper sense of empathy and cooperation. If we are truly part of a larger cosmic family, the stakes of our actions on Earth take on a new significance. Our ecological crises, political conflicts, and social injustices are not just human problems. They are universal ones. The discovery of extraterrestrial life could encourage us to work together, not only as nations, but as a single species, to address the challenges we face. The awareness that we are not alone in the universe could help us transcend our petty divisions and unite around the common goals of peace, sustainability, and exploration. However, the cultural transformation will not come without resistance. For some, the idea of alien intelligence will be difficult to accept. Religions and belief systems that place humanity at the center of creation may struggle to reconcile this new reality. People may fear that their place in the universe has been diminished, or that their worldview has been shattered. But this discomfort could also serve as an opportunity for growth, as we adapt our beliefs and values to embrace the broader, more complex cosmos. It could force humanity to evolve into a species capable of accepting its own smallness in the grand scheme of the universe, while recognizing its potential for greatness. As we grapple with the cultural transformation brought on by 3i Atlas, one thing will become clear. The discovery of extraterrestrial life will be a pivotal moment in human history. It will challenge our perceptions, broaden our horizons, and offer us the chance to redefine our place in the universe. How we respond to this opportunity will shape the future of humanity for generations to come. The discovery that 3i Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization would undoubtedly have a profound impact on humanity's religious and philosophical perspectives. For centuries, human societies have placed themselves at the center of the universe, believing that Earth and its inhabitants were the pinnacle of creation. The notion that we might not be unique in the cosmos challenges many deeply held beliefs about the nature of life, the divine, and our purpose. This revelation would force religious and philosophical systems around the world to grapple with questions they may never have considered. 5. How does extraterrestrial life fit into the narrative of creation? And what does it mean for our relationship with the divine? 6. One of the first areas that would be affected is religious thought. Many religious traditions hold that humanity is uniquely created, often in the image of a divine being. The discovery of extraterrestrial life would challenge these creation myths, leading to a reevaluation of their teachings. For some, the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth might be seen as a direct contradiction to their belief that humans are the central focus of divine creation. Others might view the discovery as evidence that a divine force has created life across the universe, further reinforcing their beliefs in a higher power, but expanding the scope of that belief to include the possibility of life beyond our planet. For example, some religious traditions might interpret the discovery of extraterrestrial life as proof of the infinite nature of God's creation. Instead of challenging the divine plan, it could be viewed as a broader reflection of the divine creativity, suggesting that life is not confined to Earth, but extends throughout the cosmos. Such a perspective could prompt religious leaders to reconsider traditional teachings and adapt to this new understanding, leading to an expanded view of spirituality that embraces the idea of a cosmic community. On the other hand, the discovery might provoke fear and confusion among certain religious groups. If the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations undermines the belief that humanity is the sole focus of divine attention, it could lead to a crisis of faith for some. The idea that other civilizations might have their own relationship with a higher power could challenge the theological foundations of many religions. For these groups, the question of whether extraterrestrial life is compatible with their beliefs could be deeply unsettling. Beyond religion, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would also challenge philosophical frameworks that have long shaped our understanding of existence. Philosophy has traditionally dealt with questions of life's meaning, the nature of consciousness, and our place in the universe. The knowledge that we are not the only intelligent beings would force philosophers to reevaluate many of their assumptions about existence. What does it mean to be human in a universe filled with other forms of intelligence? Are we truly unique, or are we just one of many intelligent species that have evolved in the cosmos? These questions would not only affect academic discourse, but would likely pervade popular thought as people around the world grapple with the implications of first contact. Moreover, the existence of other intelligent beings could prompt a shift in the way we view human progress and the future of civilization. Philosophers may begin to explore the idea that humanity is part of a larger cosmic community, one that has the potential to grow and evolve alongside other civilizations. This might inspire a new sense of unity and purpose, encouraging humanity to think beyond earthly concerns and to consider its role in the broader universe. Yet, these questions also come with uncertainties. Would humanity be ready to accept that our existence might be part of a greater, more complex web of intelligent life. Books. How do we reconcile our search for meaning in a universe where other beings may have already reached intellectual or spiritual maturity? 6. The challenge for religious and philosophical leaders will be to find a way to guide their followers through this monumental shift and provide answers that help people navigate the profound questions that will inevitably arise. In the end, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could be both a challenge and an opportunity for religious and philosophical systems. It may force us to adapt and grow, but it could also deepen our understanding of the divine and the universe. Humanity's spiritual and philosophical journey is about to take a monumental leap, and how we respond to this challenge will define our future. The confirmation that 3I Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization will have a profound psychological impact on humanity. For centuries, the possibility of extraterrestrial life has existed in the realm of speculation and science fiction. We've wondered, dreamed, and theorized about the existence of other intelligent beings in the universe. But the moment we confirm that we are not alone, it will challenge the very core of our self-identity and force us to confront deep existential questions about our place in the cosmos. How will we cope with such a profound revelation? For many, the initial reaction will likely be one of awe and excitement. The realization that we are part of a larger cosmic community will undoubtedly inspire wonder and curiosity. Humanity has always been driven by a desire to explore the unknown, and the discovery that we are not alone will open up possibilities beyond our wildest imagination. The idea that other civilizations may be out there, observing us or even willing to communicate with us, will fuel our collective sense of curiosity and push the boundaries of our understanding. Yet, for others, this discovery may provoke fear and anxiety. The knowledge that we are being observed by more advanced beings could trigger feelings of vulnerability, even existential dread. If extraterrestrial civilizations have been watching us for years, what do they think of us? 6. Are they benevolent, or do they view us as insignificant or even a potential threat? The idea of being observed by a civilization that is far more advanced than our own might leave some feeling helpless or small in the grand scope of the universe. This existential shock could lead to feelings of fear, confusion, and even isolation as we attempt to process this new reality. Beyond these immediate emotional reactions, the discovery of extraterrestrial life could have long-term psychological effects on individuals and society as a whole. For many, the knowledge that we are not the center of the universe might prompt a crisis of identity. Humanity has spent centuries considering itself the pinnacle of creation. Our religions, philosophies, and even our cultural identities are built upon the assumption that we are unique, the only intelligent life forms in the cosmos. The discovery that we are one species among many could force us to rethink everything we thought we knew about our significance in the universe. This crisis of identity could lead to deep philosophical and spiritual struggles, Religious individuals may find it difficult to reconcile their beliefs with the idea of extraterrestrial life, while those who have long viewed humanity as the sole focus of the universe may feel their worldview crumbling. This shift could prompt questions about the nature of life itself. 4s. If we're not the only ones, what makes us special? 6s. Do our beliefs about creation still hold weight, or do we need to reconsider our understanding of divinity in a larger cosmic context? 6. However, these psychological challenges also present an opportunity for growth. As individuals and as a species, humanity may come to realize that our place in the universe is not about being the most important or the most advanced. 4s. It's about our ability to learn, adapt, and evolve. First contact with an alien civilization, whether through 3i, Atlas, or another means, could be the catalyst for a new era of human understanding. 5s. One where we accept our role in the larger cosmic tapestry and recognize that, despite our smallness in the vast universe, we are capable of great things. The psychological impact of discovering extraterrestrial life will not be felt equally by everyone. Some will embrace the new knowledge with open arms, eager to learn and grow, while others may struggle to reconcile it with their existing beliefs. The key will be how we, as a global society, handle this discovery. Can we foster a collective sense of curiosity and unity, or will we be torn apart by fear and uncertainty? The psychological challenges we face in this new reality will shape our future and our ability to engage with the cosmos in meaningful ways. The confirmation that 3i Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization will not only change humanity's scientific and philosophical outlook, but it will also have a profound effect on global relations and politics. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence presents an unprecedented challenge for governments, leaders, and citizens alike, and how we respond to this momentous event will shape the trajectory of human history. This could mark the dawn of a new era, where the unity of humanity becomes essential, or it could spark division, competition, and even conflict. One of the most immediate impacts of first contact would be the need for unprecedented global cooperation. For the first time in history, humanity will be confronted with the reality that we are part of a larger, intergalactic community. The discovery of 3i Atlas and the realization that we are being observed by intelligent beings from another star system will demand a level of unity and collaboration that we have never seen before. National interests, political ideologies, and territorial disputes will seem irrelevant in the face of the shared knowledge that we are not alone in the universe. This new reality could push us to set aside our differences and work together for the common good. However, there is also the risk that the discovery could deepen existing divisions. Historically, new technologies and discoveries have often led to conflicts, with nations competing for control and power. The technological advancements that may come from 3i Atlas could create new sources of wealth and influence. Nations and corporations might vie for access to the alien technologies contained within the probe, leading to a new space race or even geopolitical tensions. How will world leaders ensure that the benefits of this discovery are shared equitably rather than exploited for national or corporate gain? Books. Will we, as a global society, be able to prevent the misuse of this knowledge for selfish purposes? The political ramifications of first contact will also depend on how each nation and society chooses to interpret the discovery. The revelation of extraterrestrial life could be seen as a unifying force, inspiring global cooperation and collaboration on unprecedented projects. For example, nations could join forces to study the alien technologies in 3I Atlas, sharing resources and expertise to unlock the probe's secrets. Collaborative efforts in space exploration, energy production, and medicine could emerge, creating new international alliances and leading to the development of technologies that benefit all of humanity. In this scenario, the discovery of extraterrestrial life could bring about a new era of peace, prosperity, and unity. On the other hand, first contact could also exacerbate global tensions. If different countries or factions interpret the arrival of 3I Atlas in different ways, it could lead to confusion, mistrust, or even conflict. What if nations disagree on how to handle the probe or how to interpret its message? Sixes. Some might seek to control the information or technology contained within the probe, while others might be more open to sharing it. The rush for control of alien knowledge could create new divisions, pitting nations against each other in a battle for dominance. The delicate balance between cooperation and competition could determine how humanity navigates this new chapter in our history. Ultimately, the socio-political shift resulting from first contact will depend on our collective ability to adapt. The discovery of extraterrestrial life is not just a scientific or philosophical event. It's a defining moment for humanity. It's a moment when we must decide whether we will continue down the path of division and conflict, or whether we will rise to the occasion and embrace the potential for global cooperation. The choices we make in this moment will determine the future of humanity and our place in the greater cosmos. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential confirmation that it is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization will undoubtedly open doors to vast new knowledge and technology. As humanity stands on the cusp of this discovery, one of the most critical questions we face is, how do we use this newfound knowledge responsibly? The power to harness alien technology and wisdom could transform every aspect of human life, from space exploration to energy production to medicine. But with such immense potential comes an equally great responsibility. The ethical dilemmas surrounding the use of alien knowledge will be complex and profound. The first and most obvious ethical challenge is how we choose to manage the technology that might be contained in 3I Atlas. Imagine access to propulsion systems capable of faster-than-light travel, or energy sources that could provide limitless clean power. The temptation to exploit this technology could be overwhelming. Governments, corporations, and other organizations may seek to gain control over these advancements for personal gain or military purposes. But what if this technology falls into the wrong hands, or if it is misused? Oops. The risks are high, and the consequences could be disastrous if alien technology is handled recklessly. To prevent this, humanity will need to establish clear ethical guidelines on how alien technology is used. Should it be shared globally, or should it be tightly controlled? Sixes, who decides how this technology is used, and for what purpose? Sixes, while these questions are difficult, the stakes could not be higher. If we misuse the knowledge from 3IA Atlas, it could lead to geopolitical tensions, military conflicts, or even environmental destruction. If this knowledge is not shared equitably, it could deepen existing inequalities or create a new global hierarchy, with those in control of alien technology holding power over the rest of humanity. The ethical challenge extends beyond just the technology. What about the knowledge embedded in 3I Atlas? 6 is, if the probe carries data about alien cultures, philosophies, and history, how should we handle this information? 6 is, should we accept it as a form of guidance, perhaps offering us insights into avoiding the mistakes that other civilizations have made? 6. Or is there a danger in blindly following alien wisdom without fully understanding the context in which it was created? 6. Alien cultures may have faced their own challenges. 5. Environmental collapse, warfare, or societal decline. 5. And their solutions may not necessarily be applicable to our own circumstances. We must be cautious in how we interpret and apply this knowledge, ensuring that it serves the best interests of humanity and doesn't lead to unforeseen consequences. Another ethical dilemma centers on how we approach potential future contact with the alien civilization behind 3I Atlas. If we do make direct contact, how should we engage with them? 6 is, what would be the ethical implications of such an encounter? 6. If the civilization is far more advanced than ours, what responsibilities do we have as their counterparts? 6. Do we have the right to ask for their help or knowledge, or would that be seen as exploitation? 6. The dynamic between an advanced civilization and a species still in its developmental stage will raise difficult questions about equality, respect, and collaboration. Ultimately, the discovery of 3I Atlas, 5s, and the knowledge and technology it carries, 5s, will force humanity to confront difficult ethical questions that we have never had to answer before. How we choose to handle these challenges will define not only our future as a species, but also our ability to navigate the larger cosmic community. The key will be to approach this knowledge with humility, responsibility, and a commitment to using it for the benefit of all people, ensuring that we do not repeat the mistakes of past civilizations, either on Earth or beyond. As the potential discovery of 3I Atlas, an alien probe, looms ever closer, humanity is presented with a unique and momentous opportunity to redefine its future. This moment could very well mark the beginning of an entirely new chapter in the history of our species, one that could take us beyond Earth and into the stars. But what comes after first contact? 6s. What is humanity's path forward in the wake of learning that we are not alone in the universe, that there are other civilizations out there observing us and perhaps even waiting for us to engage? Sixes. First and foremost, humanity must embrace the uncertainty and awe that comes with this discovery. The knowledge that we are part of a much larger universe, teeming with intelligent life, could transform the way we view our planet and our place within the cosmos. No longer would we be isolated in our understanding of life in the universe. Instead, we would join a greater cosmic community, one that could offer knowledge, wisdom, and perhaps even guidance as we venture into the future. The very fact that 3i Atlas exists suggests that life beyond Earth is not a fantasy, but a reality waiting to be understood. For this future to unfold, however, humanity must first reckon with itself. The journey ahead will require us to set aside long-standing divisions. 5. Whether political, social, or cultural. 5. And come together as a single species. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence cannot be seen through the lens of rivalry or competition, but as an opportunity for unity. It will be critical for global leaders to encourage cooperation and collaboration, not just between nations, but across societies and cultures. This shared discovery must serve as a reminder that we are all connected, all part of the same world, and now, perhaps, part of the same universal family. This shared future also demands a new focus on peace and sustainability. The knowledge and technology that could come from 3i Atlas, 5s, whether it's in the form of advanced energy, medical breakthroughs, or space travel, must be used wisely and equitably. The temptation to monopolize these advancements for power, wealth, or military dominance will be a challenge we must overcome. The way we handle this technology will shape not just our future on Earth, but our role in the cosmos. The choice to use alien knowledge for peace, collaboration, and the betterment of all humanity will define who we are as a species. At the same time, humanity will need to address the psychological and societal shifts that come with the discovery of intelligent extraterrestrial life. How will individuals and societies process the realization that we are not alone? The psychological impact could be profound, as people must confront the existential questions that come with such a discovery. What does it mean to be human? 6. Are we unique, or just one among many? This is. The discovery could prompt philosophical, religious, and cultural transformations as societies reframe their understanding of life, existence, and the universe. Moreover, the way we approach the question of communication with extraterrestrial civilizations will be crucial. If 3i Atlas is not just a probe, but an invitation to engage with a more advanced species, how do we begin this conversation? 6. What message do we send in return? 6. The possibility of interstellar communication opens up new avenues of understanding, but it also presents challenges in terms of interpreting alien intentions, language, and philosophy. We must be prepared not only to communicate but also to listen and understand, offering humanity's own message to the universe. Fives, one of peace, curiosity, and hope. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Fours, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence through 3I Atlas will forever change the course of human history. The path ahead requires humility, responsibility, and a collective commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. Humanity stands at the threshold of a new age. Fives, an age where we will no longer look to the stars with wonder alone, but with the anticipation of discovery, understanding, and a new chapter of exploration. As humanity comes to terms with the reality of 3I Atlas, potentially being a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, the most immediate task becomes clear. Fours, what are the next steps? Sixes, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence is not just a theoretical breakthrough. It's a catalyst for action. First contact, if we are able to confirm it, will not be a single event, but the start of an ongoing process that will unfold over decades, centuries, and perhaps even millennia. The way we handle this revelation will shape our future as a species, guiding us toward either a harmonious integration into the cosmic community or a path of isolation and conflict. The first step, understandably, is the careful study of 3I Atlas. While initial analysis may provide some insights, the full extent of the probe's data and technology could take years or even longer to fully understand. International collaboration will be crucial during this phase. Governments, scientific institutions, and private organizations must come together to pool resources, share expertise, and prioritize transparency in their efforts. It will be vital to avoid hoarding information or allowing national interests to dominate the scientific investigation. The challenge will be to create a global framework for studying 3I Atlas 5S, one that ensures the probe's discoveries are used for the collective benefit of all humanity. In addition to the scientific study, humanity must prepare psychologically and culturally for the broader implications of first contact. The shock of realizing that intelligent alien civilizations exist may be overwhelming for many. Governments and leaders will need to reassure the public, providing guidance on how to process this discovery and manage the emotions it brings. Psychological support systems will be essential to help people cope with feelings of fear, confusion, or even existential dread. Public education campaigns will be critical in addressing the questions that arise, ensuring that citizens understand the potential benefits of first contact and the responsibilities it brings. As we study the probe and begin to comprehend its contents, another vital consideration will be our readiness for communication. If 3I Atlas is a precursor to more direct contact with its creators, how will we respond? Sixes, the message we send back to these alien beings will be our first true interaction with an extraterrestrial civilization. This moment must be approached with care, as our response will speak volumes about humanity's values, intentions, and maturity. Should we attempt to send a message of peaceful intent, perhaps by transmitting a symbol of unity. 5. Such as our shared desire for knowledge and cooperation. Or should we focus on scientific communication, offering our discoveries and understanding in hopes of initiating a dialogue? 6. Whatever approach we choose, it must be reflective of humanity's highest ideals. 4. Cooperation, curiosity, and respect. One key aspect of this process will be the development of new forms of communication. If 3I Atlas carries an advanced technology designed for interstellar communication, humanity will need to develop the tools and skills to understand and participate in this kind of exchange, whether through mathematical formulas, signals, or other means. Establishing a method of communication with extraterrestrial civilizations will require us to think outside the box. For centuries, humanity has used language, symbols, and mathematics to communicate with one another. The challenge now will be to expand our communication tools to encompass something far beyond what we've ever known. Beyond the practicalities of communication, first contact will also prompt deep philosophical reflections. As we engage with alien civilizations, we will need to grapple with fundamental questions about life, ethics, and the meaning of existence. How do we ensure that humanity is ready to engage in peaceful cooperation with civilizations far more advanced than ours? 6. What moral obligations do we have in the face of this discovery? 6. Will we be able to share knowledge, learn from one another, and grow as a species, or will we be tempted by the lure of power, control, and exploitation? These questions are not easy to answer, and the answers we find will shape the future trajectory of humanity. The discovery of extraterrestrial life will force us to look inward and confront our deepest fears and greatest potentials. How we choose to move forward will determine whether we are ready to join the broader cosmic community or whether we remain confined to the boundaries of our planet. As we move forward in our exploration of 3I Atlas, the philosophical implications of first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence will become ever more apparent. For centuries, humanity has looked to the stars, wondering if we are truly alone in the universe. We have crafted stories, religions, and ideologies around the belief that Earth and humanity are unique. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential realization that it is a message from an alien civilization will challenge those ideas in profound ways. The question is, 4. What does it mean to be human in a universe where we are not the only intelligent species? This realization will likely provoke an existential crisis for many people. If we are not the most advanced, the most unique, or the most important species in the universe, how do we redefine our purpose? The historical human tendency to see ourselves as the pinnacle of creation will be upended. What does it mean for our understanding of life itself when we discover that we are part of a much larger cosmic family? How do we find meaning in our lives when we are no longer the center of existence? For some, the idea that we are not alone could be incredibly humbling. It could lead to a broader, more inclusive worldview. 5. one that embraces the diversity of life, intelligence, and existence across the universe. It could spark a wave of philosophical inquiry about the nature of consciousness and the vastness of possibility. The knowledge that other civilizations have emerged and flourished beyond Earth might inspire a deeper appreciation for the fragility of life and a greater sense of responsibility to protect our planet and, by extension, our species. On the other hand, for many, this revelation may be unsettling. It may provoke fear and anxiety as humanity grapples with the idea that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence might lead some to question the very nature of humanity's purpose. What if we are not the final word on intelligence or civilization? What if our progress is only a brief moment in the grand arc of cosmic history? These questions could evoke feelings of insignificance or existential doubt, as humanity faces the humbling truth that our existence is just one thread in a much larger cosmic tapestry. The philosophical shift could also spark a revolution in human thinking, urging us to rethink not only our place in the universe but also our relationships with each other. If we are not the only intelligent species, what does that mean for how we treat other human beings? The realization that life exists beyond Earth could lead to a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Fives, both within our own species and in the universe at large. It could challenge us to adopt a more compassionate, cooperative approach to our relationships with others, as we understand that we are not alone, but part of something much bigger. This shift in perspective could also prompt a reevaluation shifts of our moral and ethical values, as we come to terms with the idea that we are part of a larger cosmic community. We may begin to consider our actions in a new light. How do we treat other life forms? 5 cis. Whether on Earth or in space. 6. How do we approach the future of space exploration and colonization? 6. Will we repeat the mistakes of history, as we have often done on Earth, or will we chart a new course, guided by the lessons of compassion, responsibility, and respect for all forms of life? The discovery of 3I Atlas could lead to a profound philosophical awakening. 5s, one that challenges humanity to think beyond itself, to consider its place in the universe, and to act with humility, wisdom, and a sense of shared responsibility for the greater cosmic whole. The next steps for humanity, in light of this discovery, will be as much about self-discovery as they are about understanding the broader universe. The discovery of 3I Atlas, potentially a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, is a profound moment in human history. It raises the question of how humanity will cope with such a monumental shift in our understanding of the universe. The realization that we are not alone, that other intelligent civilizations exist beyond Earth, will evoke strong psychological responses, both individually and collectively. How we process this discovery and adapt to it will have far-reaching effects on our mental and emotional well-being. For some, the knowledge that extraterrestrial life exists will inspire wonder, awe, and excitement. Humanity has long wondered if we are the only intelligent beings in the universe, and now the answer seems to be on the horizon. The discovery of 3I Atlas could provide an overwhelming sense of connections to the broader cosmos, filling people with a renewed sense of curiosity and purpose. This new understanding might inspire people to look at the stars not as distant, cold points of light, but as potential homes for other forms of life, rich with possibilities for future discoveries. The psychological impact of such a revelation could also lead to a profound shift in how we view our own species. If humanity is part of a larger cosmic community, it could instill a sense of humility and interconnectedness. Many people may begin to see themselves not as isolated individuals, but as part of a greater whole, with a responsibility to preserve life on Earth and extend our reach to the stars. This sense of unity could strengthen global cooperation, inspire collaboration across cultures, and foster a renewed focus on peace and sustainability. However, not all responses to this discovery will be positive. The shock of realizing that we are not the only intelligent beings in the universe could lead to existential fears and doubts. For many, the idea that we are not unique could provoke feelings of insignificance. Throughout history, humanity has placed itself at the center of the universe. Fives. Whether through religion, culture, or philosophy, the confirmation that other intelligent civilizations exist challenges this belief, forcing us to confront questions about our own worth and place in the cosmos. Are we truly special, or just one of many civilizations that have emerged in the vast expanse of space? These questions may leave some people feeling overwhelmed, unsure of their purpose in the grand scheme of things. The fear of the unknown is another psychological response that could take hold. The idea that we are being observed by beings with technology and knowledge far beyond our own might trigger anxiety. What if these extraterrestrial beings view us as primitive or even dangerous? Sixes. What if they have motives we don't fully understand? Sixes. The uncertainty of the situation could lead to paranoia, fear of invasion, or distrust. Humanity might struggle to reconcile the excitement of the discovery with the fear of the unknown, leading to confusion and panic in some quarters. This psychological turmoil could also be compounded by the pressure to respond to the discovery. As governments, scientists, and world leaders grapple with the implications of first contact, the public's reaction could further strain society. People may feel conflicted about how to react. Fives. Should we reach out to these extraterrestrial beings, or should we remain cautious? Sixes. Should we embrace this new chapter in human history, or should we retreat in fear, uncertain of what lies ahead? Ultimately, how humanity responds to the psychological effects of first contact will depend on how we choose to frame this discovery. Will we see it as an opportunity for growth, exploration, and unity? Sixes. Or will we allow fear and uncertainty to dictate our actions? Six. The ability to embrace the unknown, to move forward with courage and curiosity, will be essential as we navigate this new chapter in our journey through the cosmos. As 3i Atlas approaches its closest point to Earth, and the possibility of first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence becomes more plausible, the role of global leadership will be pivotal. The discovery of alien life is not just a scientific breakthrough, fives. It is a profound moment that will require careful, thoughtful leadership on a global scale. How governments and leaders respond to this discovery will have lasting implications for how humanity copes with the enormity of this event and how we navigate the next steps in our collective journey. One of the most immediate tasks for global leaders will be ensuring clear communication with the public. As the news of 3i Atlas's discovery spreads, fear and uncertainty will likely follow. Leaders will need to manage the psychological and emotional reactions of their citizens, providing clear, calm, and transparent information. Public anxiety will be natural, and without a unified, responsible approach, misinformation could spread, fueling paranoia and fear. It will be critical for world leaders to foster a sense of solidarity, emphasizing that humanity, as a whole, is on the brink of a new, exciting chapter. They must reassure the public that this discovery is not a threat, but rather an opportunity for growth, learning, and potential cooperation with other intelligent life forms in the universe. Equally important will be the establishment of a global framework for collaboration. This is not a challenge that can be tackled by any single nation or organization. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence will require a unified response from the scientific community, governments, and even private organizations. The technology and knowledge contained within 3i Atlas could revolutionize every field of human endeavor. Fives. Space exploration, energy, medicine, and more. To ensure that these advancements are used responsibly, globally accessible, and shared equitably, international collaboration will be essential. Leaders must work together to create global agreements on how to manage the study and application of any alien technologies or data, while avoiding the temptation to monopolize or misuse this knowledge for national or corporate gain. Leaders will also need to guide humanity through the ethical dilemmas posed by the discovery. The potential access to advanced alien technology, as well as the knowledge contained within 3i Atlas, will require ethical considerations. How should this technology be used? Sixes. How do we ensure that it benefits all of humanity and does not lead to greater inequality or environmental harm? Sixes. How do we ensure that we engage with extraterrestrial civilizations in a way that is respectful, peaceful, and cooperative, rather than exploitative or combative? Sixes. These are questions that require careful thought and consensus from global leadership. The discovery also presents a unique opportunity for world leaders to inspire a new sense of global unity and purpose. The knowledge that we are not alone in the universe could bring humanity together as the focus shifts from national divisions to the collective exploration of the cosmos. This shared purpose could help heal long-standing geopolitical tensions and create new opportunities for international cooperation. It could inspire global projects focused on space exploration, scientific discovery, and the preservation of Earth, as humanity works together to explore not just our planet, but the universe at large. In the face of this monumental shift, the ability of world leaders to lead with wisdom, humility, and a commitment to peace will be essential. As we move forward, the choices we make in this moment will shape the course of human history for generations to come. How we respond to the discovery of Three-Eye Atlas, fives, and the potential it holds for first contact, 5S, will determine the future of our species in the cosmic community. The potential discovery of Three-Eye Atlas and the alien technology it may contain opens the door to a technological revolution that could redefine humanity's future. If Three-Eye Atlas is truly a probe sent by an advanced civilization, it could offer insights into technologies that are far beyond our current capabilities. The implications of such discoveries are immense. 5S. Everything from energy production to space travel, from medicine to artificial intelligence, could be radically transformed. But as we stand on the brink of this new era, one question arises. 4s. How do we harness this technology responsibly? 6s. First, let's consider the most immediate and game-changing possibility. 4s. Energy. Imagine if the probe contains knowledge of how to harness energy from the stars, or perhaps even how to tap into power sources that we currently cannot even conceive of. Energy is one of humanity's greatest challenges. Our reliance on fossil fuels has led to environmental degradation, while renewable energy sources like solar and wind are still limited in their capacity to meet global demands. But what if alien technology holds the key to limitless, clean energy? This could change the world overnight. No longer would we be bound by the limitations of current energy systems. We could eliminate energy scarcity, reduce our dependence on polluting sources, and begin to heal the damage caused by centuries of industrialization. The discovery of such energy sources could also propel humanity into a new era of space exploration. Currently, our ability to travel to distant planets and stars is limited by the constraints of energy and propulsion technology. Space missions take years or even decades because we simply don't have the necessary technology to travel faster or more efficiently. But if Three-Eye Atlas contains knowledge of faster-than-light propulsion or other advanced methods of space travel, humanity could break free from the confines of our solar system. We could begin the process of interstellar exploration, potentially reaching some exoplanets or even other star systems. This would be a monumental leap in human capability and could open up new frontiers for colonization and resource extraction. Beyond energy and space travel, alien technology could revolutionize our understanding of biology and medicine. Imagine access to medical breakthroughs that could cure diseases we've battled for centuries. 5s. Cancer, Alzheimer's, or genetic disorders. 5s. Using techniques and medicines far more advanced than anything we have today. Perhaps the technology contained in Three-Eye Atlas includes methods of cellular regeneration, advanced gene therapies, or even the key to reversing aging. These discoveries could significantly increase human lifespan and improve the quality of life. offering solutions to global health crises and revolutionizing healthcare on a scale previously thought impossible. But with such advancements come significant ethical challenges. How do we ensure that this technology is used responsibly? Will these breakthroughs be available to all, or will they be monopolized by powerful nations or corporations? Could the knowledge of advanced medical technologies lead to new forms of inequality, where only a select few have access to life-extending or life-saving treatments? How do we ensure that this knowledge is used for the common good and not to create a new hierarchy of privilege? Sixes. Additionally, there are risks involved in advancing technology too quickly. With new power comes new dangers. The military applications of alien technology could present threats to global security. The introduction of highly advanced weapons, robotics, or AI could alter the balance of power in dangerous ways. If we're not careful, this technological leap could lead to unintended consequences, including destabilization and conflict. As we prepare to engage with the knowledge contained in 3I Atlas, humanity must approach these new frontiers with caution, responsibility, and collaboration. The opportunity to advance technologically is immense, but it must be balanced by a commitment to ethical principles, global cooperation, and the well-being of all people. The choices we make now will determine whether the technological revolution sparked by 3I Atlas leads to a golden age of human prosperity or to unforeseen challenges that we may not be ready to face. The discovery of 3I Atlas, potentially a probe from an advanced alien civilization, will challenge humanity on a deeply personal level. While the technological and scientific implications are immense, the social and psychological effects of first contact will be just as profound. The realization that we are not alone in the universe, that other intelligent civilizations exist, will force humanity to rethink its identity, purpose, and the very nature of what it means to be human. For centuries, humans have regarded themselves as the pinnacle of life on Earth, if not in the universe. Our history, culture, and self-worth have been built upon the belief that humanity is unique, the only intelligent life in the vast cosmos. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence, however, would dismantle this long-standing worldview. The knowledge that other civilizations have emerged, evolved, and thrived beyond Earth would force us to confront our own smallness in the grand scope of the universe. How do we redefine ourselves when we are no longer the center of the cosmic narrative? This realization could be both humbling and liberating. For some, the discovery could inspire a sense of awe and wonder. It would challenge our arrogance and open our minds to the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our planet. Humanity would no longer be confined to the belief that we are the only ones who matter in the grand design of the universe. Instead, we would join a broader cosmic community, potentially collaborating with civilizations that are far more advanced than us. This new perspective could lead to a more inclusive and open-minded approach to life, fostering a deeper sense of unity among humans. However, not everyone may embrace this new reality with open arms. For many, The discovery of extraterrestrial life could provoke feelings of fear and insecurity. If humanity is not the only intelligent species, what does that say about our value in the universe? Sixes. What if the alien civilization behind 3IS Atlas sees us as insignificant, or worse, as a threat? Causes. The fear of the unknown could lead to anxiety, confusion, and even xenophobia. The idea of being observed or studied by beings with technology far beyond our own might cause some to feel vulnerable or powerless. In this sense, the discovery could spark division, as people struggle to reconcile their understanding of the world with this new, humbling reality. Moreover, the social impact of first contact could ripple through every facet of human society. Our religions, philosophies, and cultural beliefs would be forced to adapt to the knowledge of extraterrestrial intelligence. How would religious groups respond to the discovery? 6 is. Some may see it as a challenge to their faith, while others may reinterpret their beliefs to embrace the idea that life beyond Earth is part of a divine plan. Similarly, philosophical debates about the meaning of life, our place in the universe, and the nature of intelligence could be radically transformed. If we are no longer the only intelligent beings, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be alive? These are questions that will require deep reflection and might lead to a profound shift in human thinking. The social impact will also extend to our global society. The knowledge that we are part of a larger, cosmic community could foster a sense of solidarity and shared purpose. If humanity can learn to cooperate and work together, putting aside differences and divisions, we may find a new sense of unity. However, the challenges of managing this discovery. 5 F's. Balancing curiosity with caution, embracing diversity while maintaining peace. 5's. Will require a delicate and thoughtful approach. The future of humanity in the cosmos depends not just on our technological prowess, but on our ability to rise above fear, division, and uncertainty. Ultimately, the discovery of 3I Atlas and the confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence will force humanity to confront its own identity in ways we've never had to before. It is a call for us to evolve. 5's. Not just technologically, but culturally, socially, and spiritually. How we respond to this moment will shape the future of humanity, both on Earth and among the stars. As the possibility of first contact with an advanced alien civilization becomes increasingly plausible, one of the most important discussions humanity will need to have is about the ethics of interacting with extraterrestrial life. If 3I Atlas is indeed a probe sent by such a civilization, we are faced with a series of profound ethical questions. How should we engage with alien life? 6 is. Should we approach this encounter with curiosity and openness, or should we exercise caution, knowing that we are dealing with an unknown intelligence that may have motives we can't yet comprehend? One of the first ethical dilemmas humanity must confront is whether we are ready to interact with an alien civilization on equal terms. For centuries, humanity has struggled with its own divisions. 5's. political, economic, and social inequalities. Now, we must ask ourselves, Ors, are we ready to represent all of humanity? The responsibility to interact with another intelligent species cannot be taken lightly. How we present ourselves as a global society, with our flaws and strengths, will shape how the alien civilization perceives us. Will we come across as fragmented and divided, or will we show them that we are capable of unity and cooperation? The stakes are high, and the way we handle the first moments of contact could determine how the alien civilization chooses to proceed in their interactions with us. There is also the question of whether we should actively seek out communication or wait for the alien civilization to take the first step. Should we try to initiate contact with 3I Atlas, or let it make the first move? Some might argue that waiting would show respect for the alien civilization's autonomy, allowing them to control the pace of the encounter. Others may feel that humanity should take the initiative, using this discovery as a way to prove our readiness and our desire to engage peacefully with extraterrestrial life. Both approaches have their merits, but the ethical implications of either choice are significant. The decision to initiate contact or remain passive could set the tone for future interactions. In addition to these questions, there are the deeper ethical concerns about how we should treat the knowledge and technology that we may gain access to through 3R Atlas. If the probe contains advanced scientific knowledge, such as new energy sources, medical breakthroughs, or space travel technologies, how do we ensure that this knowledge is used responsibly? 6. As with any powerful new technology, the potential for misuse is great. The temptation to use alien knowledge for military purposes, political power, or personal gain will likely be enormous. But we must remember that our actions, especially with such advanced technologies, could have unintended consequences. How do we prevent the misuse of this newfound power and ensure that it benefits all of humanity, not just a select few? Moreover, we must consider the ethical responsibility that comes with acquiring knowledge about another civilization. If the creators of 3I Atlas are aware of us, and if they have intentionally sent this probe to interact with us, what kind of ethical obligation do we have toward them? Should we take any steps to communicate back, acknowledging their presence and their message? What if the probe holds information about their history, culture, or values? Should we preserve that knowledge and share it with the world, or do we risk violating their privacy by exposing it to the public? 6. These are not easy questions to answer, and the ethical decisions we make could have far-reaching consequences. At the heart of this ethical debate is the idea that first contact with extraterrestrial life presents humanity with an opportunity to evolve morally and socially. How we engage with this discovery, how we treat the knowledge and technology it brings, and how we communicate with alien civilizations will reveal a great deal about our maturity as a species. The future of our species in the cosmos depends not just on our ability to advance technologically, but on our ability to act ethically and responsibly in the face of the unknown. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence presents humanity with an unprecedented opportunity. 5 Vivs, an opportunity to unite like never before. As we face the reality that we are not alone in the universe, we are given the chance to transcend the divisions that have historically defined our species. 4s, political borders, cultural differences, and economic inequality. The possibility of first contact with an alien civilization offers a profound challenge, but also a rare chance to come together as one unified global community. For centuries, humanity has been defined by its divisions. Wars, conflicts, and competition have shaped the course of history. Nationalism, tribalism, and ideological differences have created barriers that have prevented us from fully realizing our potential as a species. But the discovery that we are part of a much larger cosmic community could be the catalyst for breaking down these walls. The knowledge that intelligent life exists elsewhere would remind us that our differences are, in the grand scheme of the universe, insignificant. We are a single species on a single planet, and now that planet is part of something much greater. The impact of this realization on global cooperation could be profound. Nations that have long been at odds might find common ground in their shared curiosity about the universe. The desire to understand 3I Atlas, to unlock the knowledge it contains, and to potentially engage with the alien civilization that sent it, could spark unprecedented collaboration. Scientific endeavors, especially in space exploration and technology development, could bring countries together in ways that were previously unimaginable. The pooling of resources, expertise, and knowledge could accelerate humanity's progress, both in understanding the cosmos and in solving the challenges we face here on Earth, such as climate change, poverty, and disease. Moreover, the global response to 3I Atlas could serve as a unifying force for human beings across cultures and societies. While the discovery of extraterrestrial life could initially provoke fear or anxiety, it could also inspire a new sense of shared purpose. The awe and wonder that accompany such a discovery could foster a renewed sense of global solidarity. The knowledge that we are not alone in the universe could inspire a deeper appreciation for life on Earth and a greater commitment to preserving our planet. The pursuit of knowledge, peace, and cooperation could become humanity's guiding principles as we look to the stars and beyond. Yet, this path toward unity will not be without challenges. The fear of the unknown, the uncertainty about how to respond to extraterrestrial life, and the temptation to control or monopolize knowledge could create divisions within and between nations. Global leadership will be crucial in navigating these challenges, ensuring that the discovery of 3I Atlas does not become a source of conflict, but instead a springboard for cooperation and progress. Leaders will need to foster an environment of transparency, inclusivity, and mutual respect, ensuring that humanity's collective response is one of openness and curiosity, rather than fear or hostility. First contact with an alien civilization has the potential to reshape our understanding of life, the universe, and our place within it. It could be a moment of profound change, where humanity unites not just to respond to the presence of extraterrestrial life, but to embrace it as part of a greater cosmic journey. The way we choose to engage with 3i Atlas and the message it carries could set the tone for future interactions, not just with alien civilizations, but with each other as well. This moment could mark the beginning of a new era of global unity, cooperation, and exploration. 5. One where humanity rises to the challenge of becoming a true member of the cosmic community. As we contemplate the possibility that 3i Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, one of the most exciting and daunting aspects of this discovery is the role technology will play. The technology embedded within the probe. 5s, whether in the form of propulsion systems, energy sources, or other scientific data, could completely transform humanity's technological landscape. But as we stand on the precipice of potentially harnessing this alien knowledge, we must ask, how can we bridge the gap between our current technology and what is being offered to us? At the heart of this transformation is the potential for advanced energy systems. Imagine the possibilities of harnessing new forms of energy. 5. Clean, limitless power that could not only solve Earth's energy crisis, but also fuel future space exploration. If 3i Atlas contains the key to energy systems far more efficient than anything we currently have, humanity could break free from its dependence on fossil fuels. This breakthrough could change the course of human history, providing a sustainable energy source for generations to come. However, integrating such advanced technology into our existing infrastructure presents challenges. The immediate temptation might be to apply the knowledge as quickly as possible, but doing so without understanding its full implications could have unintended consequences. We must ensure that this technology is not only safe, but also compatible with our world's ecological and societal systems. The potential to revolutionize industries and economies is immense, but we must proceed with caution. How do we ensure that these advancements are shared equitably? 6. How do we prevent the monopolization of alien knowledge, which could lead to further global inequalities? The alien technology in 3i Atlas might also revolutionize space travel. If the probe carries knowledge of propulsion systems that allow for faster-than-light travel or energy manipulation that could power long-duration space missions, humanity should take the next giant leap in exploring the universe. This is not merely about expanding our reach within our solar system. 5. It's about exploring distant star systems, discovering new planets, and perhaps even encountering other life forms. The dream of interstellar travel could finally become a reality, driven by technology that we've never imagined. Yet, like the energy technologies, space travel advancements come with their own set of challenges. The ability to travel to other stars is one thing, but how do we prepare for the social, ethical, and logistical aspects of interstellar exploration? S. What do we do when we encounter new ecosystems, alien environments, and potentially intelligent species? 6. Do we have the capacity to interact responsibly with these unknowns? Or will we repeat the mistakes of history, colonizing and exploiting what we find? 6. The technology to reach the stars is only part of the equation. 4. The mindset and wisdom to handle these discoveries are just as crucial. Moreover, the advanced materials science contained in 3i Atlas could offer breakthroughs that transform many industries, from medicine to construction. If the probe carries knowledge of how to create stronger, lighter, and more durable materials, we could see advancements in infrastructure, transportation, and even space habitats. These materials could improve everything from medical devices to spacecraft, creating new opportunities for innovation that we can't even begin to imagine. But again, the challenge will be how we manage these advancements. With great technological power comes great responsibility. The temptation to exploit alien technology for power or military advantage will be strong, but we must resist it. As humanity steps into this new chapter, we must ensure that the technology we gain from 3i Atlas is used for the benefit of all, not just a few. This will require global collaboration, transparency, and ethical oversight to prevent any one group from monopolizing or misusing the power that alien knowledge brings. The road ahead will not be easy, but the possibilities are limitless. The technology within 3i Atlas represents a stepping stone into a future that we can hardly fathom. 5. A future where humanity reaches beyond Earth, becomes a true interstellar species, and forges lasting connections with other civilizations in the cosmos. But to achieve this, we must approach these discoveries with humility, caution, and a commitment to using them for the greater good. While the discovery of 3i Atlas could offer unimaginable advancements in technology and knowledge, it also presents significant risks. The temptation to misuse alien technology for destructive purposes is one of the most dangerous consequences that could arise from first contact. Human history is filled with instances where great advancements were used for harm. Whether it was the development of nuclear weapons or the exploitation of natural resources for short-term gain, the knowledge contained in 3i Atlas could have the power to both heal and destroy, depending on how humanity chooses to wield it. One of the greatest risks lies in the potential militarization of alien technology. If 3i Atlas contains propulsion systems that allow for faster-than-light travel or new weapons systems with incredible destructive power, nations may rush to gain control of this technology for military purposes. The ability to manipulate energy on a massive scale or create advanced weaponry could tip the balance of power in dangerous ways. Instead of promoting peace and cooperation, the discovery of alien knowledge could fuel an arms race, with powerful countries fighting to control the most advanced technologies. This could lead to a new kind of space race, where nations are no longer competing to explore the stars for knowledge and discovery, but to dominate and control the universe. Moreover, the ethical implications of using alien technology for warfare are vast. If extraterrestrial civilizations have sent this probe with peaceful intentions, then any attempt to turn their technology into weapons would be an act of betrayal. Not only would this undermine the trust that could potentially be built with other alien civilizations, but it would also prevent humanity from fully realizing the benefits of this newfound knowledge. The opportunity to join a broader cosmic community could be lost if we fail to use the technology responsibly and allow fear to drive us into conflict. The risks of alien technology also extend to environmental and social dangers. Imagine the powerful energy systems contained in 3I's Atlas that could potentially provide limitless, clean energy. 5. Yet, if misused or improperly controlled, these systems could have unintended consequences on Earth's fragile ecosystems. Over-reliance on these new energy sources could lead to environmental degradation, or if harnessed incorrectly, these technologies could disrupt Earth's natural balance. Humanity must learn to approach this power with the same caution and respect that we give to our planet's existing resources. Another major risk involves the exploitation of alien medical advancements. If 3I's Atlas holds the keys to curing diseases, enhancing human biology, or extending life, how do we ensure that these advancements are available to everyone, and not just the privileged few? Fixes. The potential for genetic manipulation or the creation of life-extending treatments could create new divisions within society. What happens when only certain segments of the population can access these advancements? 6. Could it lead to a new form of inequality? 5. Where those with access to alien medical technology live longer, healthier lives, while others are left behind. 6. The potential for exploitation and discrimination is high, and it will be up to global leaders to ensure that these technologies are used to uplift all of humanity. Finally, there's the risk that we may not be ready for the immense responsibility that comes with such advanced knowledge. Our capacity for wisdom and ethical decision-making may not yet be developed enough to handle the power of alien technology. The history of humanity shows that we often act impulsively or selfishly when faced with new power, and we must ensure that we don't make the same mistakes with 3I Atlas. If we're not careful, the technology could be misused in ways that lead to our own downfall. In order to prevent these risks, humanity must take steps to ensure that the knowledge and technology contained in 3I Atlas are handled with care, responsibility, and ethical consideration. The temptation to exploit these advancements must be counterbalanced by a deep commitment to global cooperation, transparency, and the well-being of all people. Only by approaching these discoveries with caution and wisdom can we avoid the dark side of alien knowledge and use it for the benefit of humanity and the greater good. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential access to alien technology will inevitably raise a critical question. 4. Who will control the knowledge and power that comes with it? 6. As nations and scientific communities begin to understand the magnitude of this discovery, a new challenge will arise. 5. How to govern, manage, and ensure the responsible use of alien technology. Given the immense implications for every aspect of society, from energy production to military applications, the question of governance will be more pressing than ever. The potential for this discovery to be mishandled or misused requires the establishment of a new global governance framework to ensure that the benefits of this knowledge are shared equitably and responsibly. One of the most immediate concerns will be the establishment of international collaboration. The knowledge contained within 3I Atlas will not be a resource to be hoarded by one nation or group. 4s. It is too valuable and powerful to be kept within national borders. The opportunity to revolutionize energy systems, space travel, and medical technology must be shared across the globe. But sharing such information requires trust, cooperation, and an international agreement that transcends the traditional power structures. How can we ensure that countries cooperate in good faith, putting the survival and well-being of all humanity above their own national interests? In the absence of a global framework for managing alien technology, there is a real risk that this knowledge could be monopolized by powerful nations or corporations, further deepening the divide between the rich and the poor, the powerful and the vulnerable. Without proper governance, the benefits of the discovery could be used for personal gain, militarized for warfare, or exploited in ways that harm the environment. Therefore, global cooperation is not just a lofty ideal. 5s. It is essential for ensuring that the power of alien knowledge is used to advance humanity as a whole, rather than a select few. The creation of a global governing body, one that can oversee the ethical use of alien technology, will be a complex and unprecedented task. This body would need to include representatives from every nation, scientific community, and potentially even private entities, ensuring that a wide range of perspectives are considered when decisions are made. The task would not only involve managing the technology itself, but also ensuring that the societal impact of these advancements is carefully considered. How do we protect the environment? How do we ensure that the technological benefits are equitably distributed? How do we address the social, political, and economic challenges that arise from such profound discoveries? Furthermore, the governance framework must be flexible enough to adapt to the continuous discoveries and changes that will unfold as humanity begins to integrate this new technology into its daily life. Alien knowledge will not be static. 5s. It will require constant study, modification, and understanding. The international community will need to be prepared for unforeseen challenges and ethical dilemmas that will inevitably arise as we learn more about the technologies and how they can be applied. Global governance must be equipped to handle such shifts and act decisively in ways that ensure the technology is used responsibly. Equally important is the creation of transparency and public involvement in the process. As humanity begins to grapple with the significance of this discovery, public trust will be crucial. Governments must prioritize clear communication and inclusivity, involving the public in discussions about how to best manage this newfound power. Transparency in the decision-making process will be vital for avoiding mistrust, conspiracy theories, and misinformation. By involving a broad cross-section of humanity in the process, we can foster a sense of shared ownership over the benefits and responsibilities that come with alien knowledge. Ultimately, the challenge of managing the knowledge and technology from 3I Atlas is not just about scientific discovery. 5. It's about creating a global framework for cooperation, responsibility, and ethical use of unprecedented advancements. The choices we make in this moment will shape the future of humanity and determine whether we rise to the occasion, using these new discoveries to build a better world, or squander the opportunity by letting fear and greed guide our actions. As we move forward into the realm of potential first contact with an alien civilization, the discovery of 3I Atlas brings with it not only the promise of technological advancements, but also a tremendous environmental responsibility. If the probe contains advanced energy sources or other technologies that could revolutionize how we harness and use power, we must be cautious in how we apply these discoveries. The future of Earth and the sustainability of our planet will depend on how we choose to integrate alien technologies into our existing systems without further harming the environment. One of the most promising applications of alien technology might be in the realm of energy production. Imagine gaining access to technologies that allow us to tap into clean, virtually limitless energy. 5. Sources far more efficient and sustainable than fossil fuels or even renewable sources like solar and wind. This could be a game changer for addressing the global energy crisis and reducing our dependence on polluting energy systems that are contributing to climate change. However, as tempting as it may be to embrace these new technologies, we must approach them with caution. The rush to implement alien energy systems could have unforeseen environmental consequences if not handled responsibly. What if the technology used to generate this energy interacts with Earth's ecosystem in unexpected ways? Just as nuclear energy, despite its potential, has posed risks to human health and the environment, so too could alien energy systems. There might be hidden dangers that we're unable to foresee, especially if we don't fully understand the science behind the technology. Therefore, while the potential for solving Earth's energy crisis is enormous, we must invest in rigorous testing, analysis, and oversight to ensure that any new energy systems are safe and won't cause unintended harm to the environment. In addition to energy, alien technologies could potentially offer breakthroughs in materials science, environmental management, and agriculture. 5. Fields that have direct implications for Earth's sustainability. If the probe contains information about advanced materials that are stronger, lighter, or more durable than anything we've developed, this could revolutionize construction, transportation, and waste management, leading to significant reductions in environmental impact. New materials could help us build more energy-efficient buildings, vehicles, and infrastructure, and potentially reduce our consumption of Earth's natural resources. Alien technologies may also hold the key to solving some of the planet's most urgent environmental issues, such as pollution and habitat destruction. What if the probe contains solutions for cleaning up our oceans, air, and land? 5. Technologies that could safely neutralize toxins, reduce carbon emissions, or even restore ecosystems that have been damaged by human activity. Fixes. The potential for using alien knowledge to heal the Earth is vast, but it is equally important that we approach these solutions with care, ensuring that they are applied in ways that do not disrupt the delicate balance of life on our planet. As we contemplate how to use alien technology, we must ask ourselves, 4s, are we ready to become responsible stewards of this knowledge? The discovery of advanced technologies gives us the chance to make a positive impact on our world, but it also demands that we use these new tools ethically. The temptation to exploit the technology for short-term gain. 5s. Whether in the form of profit, power, or military dominance, 5s must be resisted. The future of Earth depends on our ability to balance our technological advancement with our responsibility to protect and preserve the environment. In the end, the opportunity to use alien knowledge to benefit Earth is both a privilege and a responsibility. The decisions we make will determine whether we use this technology to create a sustainable, harmonious future, or whether we let the same patterns of exploitation and destruction continue. As we prepare to engage with 3i Atlas and the knowledge it brings, we must remember that the health of our planet and the well-being of future generations are the most important considerations of all. As humanity stands on the brink of potentially discovering alien technology through 3i Atlas, we must consider the long-term implications of this knowledge. One of the most significant questions we will face is whether we should use this newfound power to expand beyond Earth and colonize other planets. The ability to travel to and settle on distant worlds has long been a dream of humanity. But the discovery of alien technology raises complex ethical questions about our right to spread across the cosmos. The idea of colonization has always been intertwined with both ambition and controversy. Historically, colonization on Earth has been a source of great conflict, exploitation, and destruction. The colonization of the Americas, for example, led to the displacement and decimation of indigenous populations. As we look to the stars, the question arises, 4s. Should we repeat the mistakes of the past, or should we approach space exploration and colonization with a new set of ethical guidelines, grounded in respect and mutual benefit? 6s. There's no denying the allure of expanding humanity's reach beyond Earth. The technology contained in 3i's Atlas could offer us the ability to reach distant star systems, colonize new planets, and even terraform environments to support human life. This could be seen as an opportunity to secure humanity's future, especially in the face of ongoing challenges like climate change, overpopulation, and resource depletion. Colonizing other planets might offer a plan B for humanity, a way to ensure the survival of our species in the event that Earth becomes uninhabitable. But with this opportunity comes the ethical responsibility to question whether we should colonize other worlds at all. If alien life exists, even in microbial forms, do we have the right to claim these planets as our own? 6. Just as we've struggled with ethical questions about our treatment of native species and ecosystems on Earth, We must now confront the possibility that we may encounter life elsewhere. Should we colonize a planet even if it already hosts life? Or should we approach the stars with caution, ensuring that we don't disrupt or destroy existing ecosystems? The temptation to expand at any cost could lead to disastrous consequences for both the alien life we may find and the ecosystems we create on new worlds. Furthermore, colonization could exacerbate social, economic, and political inequalities. If humanity reaches the point where space travel and colonization are feasible, who will have access to this technology? 6 is, will it be the wealthy nations, corporations, or individuals that dominate the stars, while others are left behind? 6 is, the risk of creating a new form of colonialism in space, where only the privileged few benefit from interplanetary resources, could spark new tensions and conflicts on Earth. We must consider how to ensure that the benefits of space exploration and colonization are shared equitably, with a focus on global collaboration rather than competition. Additionally, there is the question of the environmental impact of expanding into space. While the technologies we discover could help us create sustainable habitats on other planets, there's a risk that we may repeat the environmental mistakes we've made on Earth. Could our attempts to terraform or colonize new planets lead to the destruction of these pristine environments? The ethical considerations of intervening in alien ecosystems must be carefully weighed, ensuring that we approach these endeavors with respect for the natural balance of life that may already exist beyond our planet. Ultimately, the discovery of alien technology through 3i Atlas presents humanity with an incredible opportunity. But it also raises important ethical questions about how we expand into the universe. Should we seek to colonize distant worlds for our own survival, or should we focus on preserving the integrity of those worlds and ensuring that we don't repeat the mistakes of our past? 6. The path forward will require careful thought, global cooperation, and a deep commitment to the principles of responsibility, sustainability, and respect for all forms of life. As the discovery of 3i Atlas potentially unfolds, the question of humanity's legacy in the cosmos becomes ever more important. The knowledge we gain from the probe could change our understanding of the universe and our place within it. But how we handle this new reality will define our future as a species. The legacy of our interaction with 3i Atlas and possibly other extraterrestrial civilizations will be shaped by the choices we make today. It is not just about the immediate benefits of alien technology and knowledge, but about how we choose to incorporate these discoveries into the larger story of humanity. First, we must consider the long-term effects of integrating alien knowledge into our societal structures. The potential technological advancements contained within 3i Atlas could revolutionize every aspect of human life. 5. Energy, medicine, space travel, and communication. These breakthroughs could lead to an era of unprecedented prosperity, where disease is eradicated, energy is limitless, and the boundaries of space are no longer barriers but pathways to new worlds. However, the challenge will be ensuring that these advancements benefit all of humanity, not just a select few. We've seen throughout history how the concentration of power and resources in the hands of a few can lead to inequality and suffering. If we are to build a future based on the discoveries made through 3i Atlas, we must commit to sharing knowledge and resources equitably, ensuring that every person has the opportunity to benefit from these advancements. Moreover, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence offers humanity the chance to redefine its place in the universe. For centuries, humans have believed themselves to be the pinnacle of intelligent life. But as we learn that other civilizations exist, perhaps with knowledge and experiences far beyond ours, we are forced to confront our own limitations. This can be both humbling and inspiring. It challenges us to see ourselves not as the center of existence, but as one species among many, each with its own story, challenges, and contributions to the universe. How will we respond to this realization? Will we become more self-aware, more compassionate, and more focused on cooperation? Or will we retreat into our divisions, overwhelmed by the enormity of the discovery? The legacy of 3i Atlas is also deeply tied to how we approach the ethical questions that arise from this discovery. The alien knowledge and technology we may gain access to come with immense power, and with that power comes great responsibility. The way we handle this power will define us. Do we use it for peace and the advancement of human civilization, or do we allow fear, greed, and aggression to guide us? The temptation to misuse alien technology for military purposes, political gain, or environmental exploitation will be strong. However, humanity has the opportunity to choose a different path. One of collaboration, exploration, and wisdom. Our ability to rise above our baser instincts and approach these advancements with humility and caution will shape our legacy for generations to come. Finally, the legacy of 3i Atlas could be the beginning of humanity's larger journey in the cosmos. As we move forward, the lessons we learn from this first encounter with extraterrestrial intelligence will guide our actions as we venture further into space, meet new civilizations, and become active participants in the cosmic community. The choices we make in the aftermath of this discovery could set the tone for all future interactions with intelligent life beyond our planet. Will we be known as a species that embraced knowledge and collaboration, or one that squandered its potential and failed to live up to the responsibilities of its newfound place in the universe? The legacy of 3i Atlas and of humanity's first true contact with an alien civilization will not be written by a few, but by all of us. The future is ours to shape. Let us rise to the challenge.